Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video we're going to be looking at MMTLP and new AST, or should we say new equity instructions. We're also going to be looking at the latest progress in terms of Congress and getting a resolution, which I think we're well in excess of 454 days right now. And we're also going to be looking at a new 14A for MMAT metamaterials, which does not seem to be good news. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the markets. So first headline here from Market Watch, we can see NYCB stock has stabilized after the turmoil that we have seen in this banking sector, and it now is aiming to build a fortress balance sheet and calm investors. So the stock has been extremely volatile. So for those of you who've been watching it, and it has recently gone up quite down significantly, and in terms of Thursday it closed at around about $3.66. so that is one that we will be watching carefully. And in other news, according to Fox Business, we can see the clean tech AI boom certainly seems to be straining the US energy supply. There is growing demand, and obviously there is reliable with regard to access to electricity. And we're also having the jobs report today, so we're going to stay tuned for that. And finally, another thing I'd like to share with you in terms of what we've been following recently with regard to regulation of shorts. Shout out here to Kristen, who's stated another country to be added onto the list, and that is Pakistan. And she stated Pakistan's financial regulators in terms of is now being added to the growing list of countries fighting counterfeit shares. So they have right now filed criminal charges in alleged stock market manipulation. So certainly not a US problem, it is a worldwide problem. So let's start by having a look at the 14A issued by MMAT metamaterials. So what I posted earlier is that metamaterials have just submitted a 14A, and this includes a letter to shareholders regarding an upcoming special meeting. My take on this initially was that they basically want your approval for an increase in the total number of common shares that they are authorized to issue. So from my point of view, that initially looked like desperation from the company, but let's have a look at the details in terms of their letter. And we can see here they are basically inviting the shareholders to a special meeting, and this is going to be held via webcast, so you can join online. And the date for this meeting is April the 15th at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So basically the vote, as far as they're concerned, is very important regardless of the number of shares that you own. So we're going to have a look at the details of what they're looking for. So if we have a look at the in terms of the voting items, we can see here, first of all, item number 1, they would like you to vote in favor of approving an amendment to their amended and restated articles of incorporation as amended to increase the number of authorized shares common stock from 10 million shares to 250 million shares. So that's the first thing they want to do. And they also want to improve the adjournment of the special meeting to a later date or date. So that's basically the gist of it. So let's have a look at a take of this from Pro Street Art, who stated here, our retail vote worked, so they used the Nevada law to get around the 35-for-1 reverse split, and we know that they did the 100-for-1 reverse split after that. So obviously we as shareholders, retail shareholders, have Series C, 1,000 votes each for each Series C, 1,000 MMAT shares pre-reverse split in terms of what we're looking at, 10 shares post-reverse split, 100-to-1, 10 Series C worth 10,000 votes. So he has followed that up with another take on this, and what he stated here in his follow-up is basically saying a few things to clear up. the voting proposition to increase the number of authorised shares, not the outstanding shares. So that's first point. And the other point to clear up is after the 100-for-1 reverse split, authorised shares went from 1 billion to 10 million and outstanding shares around 5.8 million. So basically it looks like this is one of the key reasons why they are doing that. So let's have a look at some reactions from some of the investors. So Vincent has stated here that as far as he's concerned, the answer is no. Guess who has also stated that it's a no from me. So the voting has already begun. Gabriel stated they want our approval on the rigged voting for more shares. And finally, Clint's take on it is this is a reverse split followed by the dilution, so certainly not good news. Let's now have a look at some of the updates for MMTLP. So first shout out here is to Crucial Mix with an important message and states here, last chance to submit your MMTLP impact letters. Please submit by Friday, March the 8th at 7 p.m. PST time. So there is an email address that you can send your impact letter, and that is impactmmtlp@gmail.com. So go ahead and do that, and further details at mmtlpresources.com. So important message there from Crucial Mix. And what we'd now like to do is have a look at details in terms of where Don is up to. So Don is headed back to Washington, and he is going to release details very soon. So but what Paul T has stated here is let's go and help out Don Rich Fizz in his calendar in terms of the upcoming MMTLP trip to Washington DC. So again, shout out to the community in terms of trying to get you all to reach out to your congressional representatives and senators and ask them to schedule time to have face-to-face meetings with Don. And you can also reach out to Dr. Ed for assistance regarding that. And obviously, if you require further details, please add a comment in the video if you're not able to use Twitter for this. And the final update I'm going to share with you is with regard to AST, which is now updated to Equinity. And what we can see here in terms of an update from them, they are basically requesting, asking you if you wish to request a transfer of your MMTLP shares to AST, now known as EQ, the transfer agent, and your broker has mailed you the paper certificates. Use the template here that we are showing and have your certificates registered in book entry in your name. So there is a number 800-937-5449. So that's the latest. These are the latest updates in terms of AST, now known as Equinity. And finally, a quick shout out to our weekly watch list. Last week we called out stocks such as AIMD, SMCI, Dell, amongst many others. And if you would like to get the next weekly watch list as well as our daily stock alerts, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.